It's so, that's the pocket right there. That's perfect.
Yeah, right in there. It's good. Just be careful. I mean, there are rocks.
I cannot believe that would have been gone.
Can we have that?
No, not even at all.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls. The final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door. Living in a dark, clouded haze, we danced, we fought. We were bound to make mistakes. We loved, we thought. It was always on fire, our house, our dream. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed.
Hey, I know it's been a while. The last time we talked, I mentioned how my new office was built and Hunter and I would be running Trout and Coffee as a business. The summer was about to be magical, and the stories and content would pick up again. And then everything went silent. Well, a week or two after I posted that video, Hunter determined he needed to leave for good and do some soul searching. So there I was, on my own again, with the new office, a ton of debt from building it, and a bunch of projects on the horizon that I would need a lot of help with. I wanted to make sure I didn't work myself to death and take some days to enjoy life. And because of that, sacrifices had to be made. I knew I couldn't produce good personal content along with all the work I was doing, but I knew it had to be done in order to get out of debt and to open up new opportunities for myself. I ended up finding help and working harder than I ever have this summer. I was non-stop busy with projects. It was a fun chapter and a nice break from social media and constantly producing content. I was getting sick of Instagram anyway. So many shitty ads and fake stories. I was feeling uninspired and not really sure how to react. But deep down, I knew I was losing the thing that made me who I am. Again, this constant battle, this everlasting theme, creating for others to make money versus creating for myself because my tummy tells me to. I'm not going to make any more promises I can't keep. Just know the flame inside never died. And as long as I'm alive, it never will. I may go quiet for a while, but I'll always be here. Simon was home for part of June, and I made sure to dedicate as much time as possible so that I could hang with him and his girlfriend Taylor. Plus, I had to show him everything that's happened back here since he was last home. My cabin, the office, the vehicles. There's no one else on this earth that grounds me more than him. I feel most myself, I feel most inspired, and I know that I need more of that. I need to go see him in Jackson this winter. I need to head west. I need the open road.
Can I look at my lyrics really quickly?
by a liquor store. Ravenwood, that new weed place, putting those 15-year-old herb pimps out of their place, out of their jobs, out of their livelihoods to buy themselves those cheap cars. I had to drive Route 66 just to keep my brother from getting drunk on those cheap booze. He kept saying, look at the stars, 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 look at the stars. It's kind of wild. Like, I can show people your pictures and sometimes they're like, oh fuck, I follow that guy. No shit.
Last summer, Simon and I shot a bunch of content and ads together. We had so much fun doing it. Everything from the idea to the final execution felt similar to childhood fort building and world building. We created scenes and stories and made some of the best and most real ads that you can find on Instagram. That's one thing I've missed about Instagram. Doing ads there used to be my main income. It kept me on my toes. It made me constantly have to think of new ideas and scenarios and locations and adventures. All the things that make me tick. I made Instagram and producing content my job. I put my heart and soul into it, and I put every drop of energy into it. And it worked. It led to other opportunities as well. Lately, most of the work I do is real estate films. It pays very well, but it takes up a ton of my time traveling and editing, and it drains me of energy to do anything else. Now, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be free. I have all the things I could ever want. Ironically, all I need now is time. I know that if I continue to sacrifice my time now and save up and be patient, I'll have all the time in the world when it really matters. All I want to do in life is to create art and to tell stories. That goal, that purpose, that will never change.
Oh my God, dude.
Anyway, Simon and I got the chance to do one ad together this summer, and it gave me that feeling I get when I know that magic is being created.
Brother, any luck? How about something to lift your spirits?
All right. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
That entire scenario was off the cuff. While Simon fished, I took the GoPro out and was thinking of ideas, and I did a rough version of the ad with him fishing and then asked him to film a version with me fishing. He nailed it first try. I love the chemistry when we work together creatively like this. I hope one day we get to do a TV commercial together. You see, I love making ads. That's what I went to college for. I'd never thought I'd get to do this on my own professionally. In fact, my old college professor reached out to me on LinkedIn this summer, and asked me to come speak this fall in some of his classes. I absolutely love teaching things I'm passionate about, so I need to get back to him. Speaking of which, I need to answer emails too. I haven't responded to anyone about anything since June. I went over a month without posting on Instagram. I've been losing followers like crazy, and I have so many unanswered messages. It breaks my heart. I put so much of my life into that. But something told me to take a break. And the fact is, that's fine. The pressure you put on yourself is all in your head. Taking time for yourself is important. People will miss you. They'll talk and wonder. But life flows on just the same. There's no need for announcements or promises you can't keep. Just listen to your gut and do what you need to do.
They're coming! Putting that in a YouTube video.
Just like the Revenant.
Oh my god. This is one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen. With the fly rod and the oar going. It's just orange back there.
This is Mason. I don't think you've ever met him. I grew up cross-country skiing with him and have known him many years, but I haven't seen him much since high school. We started hanging out again a lot more after he made the tables and desks in my office. He's changed my life. He's one of the good ones, the ones who get it. We spent a bunch of good summer days driving around back roads, going for runs, and eating delicious fresh food over open flames. He kept me sane this summer, whether he knows it or not. We went back up to French Road one day, that beautiful house I was looking at in the fall, built in the late 1700s with 70 acres. The absolute dream.
It doesn't come with this. I think 4G owns one of these. Oh, okay.
That's like a carved sink.
I was actually at Mason's a couple of nights ago having a fire and grilling some food, and he said that if he didn't have such a great family and support, he'd probably be a drifter. And I knew exactly what he meant. Some people just like to roll and tumble and take one day at a time. Somehow I got to a stage where I envy that. My soul is yearning. It's howling. Though hectic, this year has been too predictable, too planned. I need uncertainty. Isn't that what makes the book so hard to put down? You read that extra chapter at night just because you can't wait to see what happens next. The magic is in the unknown.
Oysters.
I've been noticing the details in life a lot lately, and I've been trying to suppress the urge to capture every little moment of it. I want to be able to just sit and enjoy it with my eyes and my mind and let that be satisfactory. Yet, deep down, my creative chickadee is always chirping. It's always the simplest thing that sparks the urge.
Hooter!
Like the smell of fresh cut grass.
Honey, come here.
On the way home from my latest work trip, I got a text from my dad while I was in the airport. One of the coolest texts I've ever got. The fish don't bite much in July and August because it's too hot and the water's too low. But that would change because autumn was coming.
Kyle, it's Dad. I meant to give you some flies, some dry flies. I've got some size 14 and 18 parachutes that are really good. Anyway, just remind me the next time you're here, okay? Have fun tomorrow if you're going, and talk to you later. Bye. Kyle, Mommy's on her way down. I just told her to tell you this is like the perfect night for those big browns behind the stone mill area there. I just got back from a bike ride in the rain, and realized it's a perfect fishing night. But anyway, if you have time, I think you should just skip over there, I'm going to be tying some size 14 comparadons this afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye.
Really, it was amazing. Almost every time we That's wild.
Hey, Kyle, if you're going to the driveway, which I hope you are, I think that's a great idea, I would take the picket pin off up there. It's not a good place to fish so much under. Well, on the big runs, you can try it, I suppose, but I would start with the comparadon or the parachute.
What are you guys up to? Oh.
And there's a big fish in that area where you first caught one. There's a couple of them in there. Because I had one strike when I came back down before you got there. That was a real nice one. So anyway, good luck. Talk to you later.
You want to think
Yes.
Let's bring it up. I'll bring it up on the porch and we'll try to fly on. My tools are up.
Probably the big one again. That guy, or actually maybe a wood bugger. That guy caught it on a minnow.
Yeah, I did. Let's try Woodburger. So you can tie that while I get the sinker stuff ready. This thing makes it so easy, just squeeze it, Set the line in there,
Is it backwards?
Oh.
This could do something.
This could do something. Yeah, it could. I mean, I think you'll get down to where they are,
Yeah. It's pretty deep.
But also
in there.
get snagged. That's the only downside.
I can't stand getting snagged.
I know. That's the downside to sinkers, though. You're fishing underneath.
Yeah,
Goes with the territory, sort of.
it's true. Are the burgers on the grill?
I don't know. I'm going to find that out.
Here we go.
I've been fishing more times this year than all recent summers combined. I've also been running a ton and gone for some bike rides. And I've finally made time for all those little things I've always wanted to do, but I've made myself too busy for. It's still not enough, and I know I need far more of these things that make me happy. But it's a good start. And sometimes a good start is the most important part of change. I have a hard time shutting off my drive, powering down and being able to do something that isn't actively working towards my goals. I want to sit by the river and read, but my mind is too restless. There's too many other things I can be doing. I guess once all my little projects get done, I'll have an easier time doing that. This night at the river was pretty spectacular. If you look really closely, you can see the hundreds of mayflies in the air. You see them? Right there. That's the trout and coffee bug, and I was caught in a frenzy of them. It's always cool to find yourself in those little serendipitous moments. You don't have to be spiritual or anything like that. I mean, it's easy to discredit when things line up and coincidences happen, but I've found that it's more fun to live on the optimistic side of things. Listen to the universe. Listen to your gut. Try not to force things, because when you go with the flow, everything tends to work out. No. I saw a big one flash at the fly in the front, though.
Anything happen?
No. Oh, but there was a gigantic mayfly hatch.
There was?
Like, just the whole sky in front of the upper pond or pool was...
Were they up in the air like?
Yeah.
Hovering?
Spinning, yeah.
Those are spinners.
Yeah.
They're gonna mate and then drop.
Really?
Yeah. When they drop, the fish will be right on them.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to put one on and go get it.
Yeah. Let's do
What
that.
what time do you think they usually drop?
Well, it could be anytime. Before dark. Usually.
This is so beautiful. Wow.
Isn't it?
Oh, those two bushes there?
Yeah. Those are azaleas, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Direct flower?
We should put that red fence that I got from the Reese store in some of here.
Oh, yeah.
Around the
How tall is
garden.
it?
It's as tall as the gate, it seems. Maybe a little shorter because it got broken off.
Oh. Coyote. Oh, that little seeing cherry is flowering. Uh-oh.
Ooh, I should build one of those Adirondack chairs and see what it looks like.
Which one's flower?
Seeing cherry, the one that
Growing up, summer was such a grand idea. An endless block of time full of sunshine and watermelon and freeze pops and swimming holes, barefoot days, warm tan skin, and the possibility that every day could be a crazy adventure. Then you grow older and everyone has jobs during the summer. They're all busy, it's hard to coordinate, and a good adventure relies solely on planning rather than spontaneity. And while this is the first summer I can remember where I didn't go on any big adventures, it was the little unexpected nights that I'll remember most. Like this night with Mason and John Buddha. That's John there. I grew up with him. His mom babysat me my whole youth life. And then we grew apart around high school. But this summer we've shared some great evenings together. And it really feels good to reconnect. He's one of the most incredible characters you will ever meet.
This is insane.
We were making pizza on Mason's wood-fired oven, and while the bricks heated up, he drove my truck into the field during the golden light. We soaked up every last bit of sunshine. Don't discredit the little adventures. You never know when a day could turn into your favorite memory.
A little disgusting, but it's not, man. It's too many days after the summer solstice to be that far behind. You know? Too many.
Hey Mace, pull the brake out. Yeah. I think the batteries died before. Yeah, sure. It's kind of fucking clear.
God, next time my parents do hay.
Yeah.
We got all the old track and beautiful. Solid blast here.
Oh, right.
You know, if there's one thing that's been on repeat in my brain this summer, it's that it really doesn't take much to be happy. And that the only people for me are the mad ones. People with fire. Those are the ones you need.
That was the cream of the crop.
I remember
You better believe we'll talk soon.
No shit.
All right.
Why is it called yellow rattle?
It rattles. And it's yellow when it grows.
Are they pretty at least?
Ah, shit.